What's going on, Wolves? Welcome back to another episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. It is your host, Cole De Silva, and today I want you to think about how they're watching your every single move. Now, this isn't going to be a conspiracy theory, and this isn't going to be a conversation about the government, because I know that's probably what you thought of when you heard the statement, they're watching your every move. We're going to have a little bit more of a simple conversation today, and the reason why I want to have this talk with you guys is because a lot of you are not living up to your true potential. All right. Think about the goals that you would like to achieve in life right now, whether it's wealth related, health related, or relationship related. A lot of you guys are not living up to that potential. You are not headed in the direction of achieving those goals. And it's unfortunate because I truly believe that all of you guys have what it takes to do whatever the fuck you want with your life. I should know I came from nothing and I created a pretty amazing life under the age of 30 and now being a 30-year-old man. It's pretty fucking cool. I was just having a conversation with my wife the other day, and I was like, I can't believe that when I met you 8 years ago, I was just getting out of my darkest days. I had no fucking money, no house, no future, a shit pile of debt, and I was living with her in her 600 square foot apartment. And now our life is drastically fucking different. She never has to work a day in her life ever again. I'm able to support her in everything that she wants to do. I'm able to give my son literally verbatim anything he fucking wants in life. And we have the financial freedom to enjoy our lives on this planet while we are still here. So I know what it's like to chase your dreams, go all in and actually achieve them. And it's why I'm so bullish with you guys when it comes down to committing to the fucking future you would like to live. Going all in on the things you need to do in order to achieve the life you would like to fucking live. So that is why the title of this podcast is simple. They are watching your every move. So let's paint this picture for you guys. If you already have kids, it's going to be a pretty easy picture to paint. If you don't have kids, I need you to just think about this for a minute. I want you to think that you have a 10-year-old son or daughter, and they are following you around, watching every single thing that you do on a daily basis. They watch the food you eat, the language you use, the friends you hang out with, the work ethic you have. And then they start mimicking you in everything that they do. Are you proud of them or not? Are you going to let them eat that food? Let them have those drinks? Let them spend their time watching that TV? Or are you going to stop them? Well, if you said in your mind that you were going to stop them, then why the fuck are you doing it yourself? Picture that you have a 10-year-old child following you around doing everything that you are doing. Are you proud of them? Yes or no? If the answer is no, it's probably due to the fact that you don't want them doing that thing or those things because they're going to hurt themselves, or they're going to damage their body, or they're going to gain a bunch of unnecessary weight, or they're going to hurt and poison themselves through alcohol consumption and drug addiction. So why the fuck are you doing the same thing? It's a very simple concept that a lot of you guys don't understand. As a father to a child who's 1.5, almost 2 years old, the reason why I made massive pivots in my life and now I'm currently sitting in the position I currently am is because I wanted to be a better dad for the future. Yes, I cut out alcohol, not because I was becoming a father, but because I knew I needed to make a pivot in my life and I wanted to be better. After I had my child, I was like, I'll never drink again. Because I don't need him to see me binge drinking and drinking a shitload of alcohol, turning into a belligerent fool, and then him following in my footsteps. I want to be able to sit him down when he does get older and talk to him about the benefits and downfalls of going down that direction. All right, I want to be able to explain why he shouldn't. But I need to be able to explain with my actions, because I refuse to be one of these parents that say, do as I say, not as I do. I think that's a beta mentality. The reason why a lot of parents say, do as I say, not as I do, is because they would like to do the thing that they don't want their kids to do because they don't have any self-discipline or respect for themselves. If you wouldn't let your kid drink that drink, don't do it yourself. If you wouldn't let your kid eat that food, don't do it yourself. If you wouldn't let your kid absorb that content, do it yourself. It's a pretty easy rule of thumb. It's a very simple concept that a lot of you guys are neglecting to understand. And if you want to completely transform your life and better your life, start operating from that rule of thumb. You might not have kids right now. You might not want kids. But think about that concept. Think about that scenario. If you had an innocent 10-year-old following you around doing the exact same thing as you, would you stop them because you didn't want them to get hurt or damaged? And if the answer is yes, why are you doing it yourself? I heard this scenario painted online and I was like, that's a real good way to break it down. That's a really good explanation. It puts a lot of things in perspective. And that's why I'm happy now. I can say I'm over like 2.5 years sober. I haven't drank since October 26, 2021. So I know that my kid will never see me drinking and feel inclined to go get hammered on the goddamn weekend. Right? This is why I work on my health and fitness every single fucking day. And I never make an excuse based off of how I'm feeling to not do something. So when my kid looks at me, when my kid studies me, when my kid follows me around, he's going to see me show up in everything that I do. It doesn't matter what area of my life I'm trying to grow. It doesn't matter how I feel, how sick I am, how tired I am. I show up and I push forward. Because of that, I know I'm going to leave a good example, but I'm not just going to leave one behind. I'm going to lead by example. And that is a key thing. Stop just saying things and not doing it. Stop telling people they should do something else when you are not doing it yourself. Build up success habits, build up a set of rituals, and follow it every single day so you can become the best version of self. The thing that you are neglecting right now that you know you need to embrace is the thing that's going to bite you in the ass in the future. This is why I always say that fitness is the foundation. And I will always come back to that statement and I will die on that sword. Because every individual that I've met in life that is ultra successful, that is making a shitload of money, but is unfit, has reached a point in their life where they're like, I'm unhappy. I don't like who I see in the mirror. I don't feel good with myself and how I'm leading my children. So what do? They start getting into fitness. And they quickly realize that they should have did it way earlier. They quickly realize that because they are now more fit, because they are more healthy, because they are leading by example, everything else in their life is getting elevated. So again, ask yourself the question. If you had a 10-year-old daughter or son following you around right now and doing everything that you do, would you be happy about that? Would you be okay with that? Would you be proud of them for that? Or would you stop them because you're like, don't eat that fucking food. It's bad for you. Don't drink that. It's bad for you. It's poison. Don't absorb that. It's going to be bad for you. Then why are you doing it? Then why are you choosing to go down that path? I don't drink anymore because it's putting poison in my body. It's fucking stupid. I don't binge junk food and binge fast food and binge a bunch of shitty food because I know it's only going to set me back in the goals that I have for my physique and my health. Why are you doing the opposite? Why are you actively choosing a life that is not getting you to the goals that you want to achieve? If you look in the mirror and you're like, I would like to be sub percent body fat, I would like to have a six pack, I would like to look amazing. And then every single day you do things to not get you there. Why are you bullshitting yourself and everybody else? Stop lying. If you open up your bank account or you look at your current career and you're like, I would rather be doing this than doing this, I would rather be making this money than making this money, then why are you not actively taking steps to achieve that instead of watching TV, instead of watching Netflix, instead of taking every weekend off, instead of quitting every time it gets fucking hard? Because that's another conversation we can have with the 10-year-old. Obviously, I'm talking about the food and the drinking and the content and the different things that they're absorbing. But let's also just zoom out and look at the regular things you do on a daily basis. If that kid saw you sleep in every single goddamn day, would you be happy with that if they followed in your footsteps? If that kid watched you quit every single time things got hard, would you be happy with them doing the same thing in everything they tried in life? Take that concept, that ideation, and start implementing it with your life in every area you would like to achieve a grand goal. Take that idea and start living by the truth of it. I'm going to start showing up mentally, physically, emotionally in all areas of my life to become the best version of me for the future me and my current kids, or the thought of having a kid. I don't care if you hate kids. I don't care if you love kids. That concept, when you start operating from it, will drastically transform your life in a very, very big way. As long as you shape the fuck up and act like an adult. Because let's be real, a lot of you guys act like the kid. It's time to transform your life. Remember, they're watching your every move. So make sure you make the right one. That's it, guys. Done for the podcast today. Peace. Subscribe. I love y'all. Follow.